You hump the town vet?
My bet was that you would be late.
Oh, were we?
A little bit. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Guys, you're comedians. We factor all these things in.
These things are expected.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the Too Old or Pure Gold Movie Podcast. In today's episode, we're discussing the 1989 comedy buddy cop movie Turner and Hooch. The format of our podcast, two Gen Xers rewatch beloved movies from our youth to find out, are they really as good as we remember? To help us debate and ultimately pass judgment, we ask our millennial co-hosts to watch these movies for the first time and help us determine, are they too old or pure gold? I'm your host, Olen Vanderleeden, representing Gen X. Unfortunately, I am a Turner without my Hooch today. My regular co-host, Matthew Stockton, is not here. He protests all movies where, spoiler alert, dogs get shot. So, he is not here today. But we are delighted to have comedian Will Corry with us today.
Hey, hello. I didn't shoot any dogs. Good to be here.
And if that isn't enough, we're delighted to have the very funny comedian Daragh Turner back on this second episode.
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, thank you very much. Very excited to be back.
We like to bring Daragh in when we need someone to stand up for underrepresented groups. Last time we had him here was to defend the leprechaun community in a very funny episode. Today, Daragh is here to stand up for dog cops. Also, we're delighted to have animal lover and Gen Z Nicole joining us on this podcast as well.
I have lots to say.
I see. But before we get into this, Daragh, you haven't been on the podcast for a while, so I just got a couple of ground rules to go over if you don't mind.
Work away. Remind me.
I don't want to be uptight, but here's the etiquette rules. No slobbering, no growling, no stealing food. You will not lift your leg on anything in this studio. No sniffing crotches, and you will not drink from the toilet.
I can abide by most of those rules. I
don't want to be uptight, but we are professional podcast here. Just before we jump into this, I always push the plugs to the end, but Will, if you can just mention your upcoming special so that people can get excited about it.
Please, yes, thank you. I filmed a comedy special. It's in development. It's in the editing room, and it will be out hopefully before the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that. I don't have a name or a date, but get excited because
I think Turner and Hooch
it could happen at any moment, people.
When
we
it
have
drops,
we have no name, we have no date, but stay tuned for the unknown project coming sometime in the future.
It's very exciting, and you should be excited and get excited.
I am excited.
That's all you can do at the moment. You can't pencil it in, but it's coming out. So thank you.
Can I recommend Turner and Hooch is the name of your special?
Turner and Hooch, I think I'm gonna save for the next special. Probably, where me and Daragh do a double special.
Ooh, that would be cool.
We're on stage together. And
I want to be Hooch,
and he's a dog, and I shoot.
Yeah, of course you do.
That's the
Of course.
Okay, well, this is the longest we've gone without telling anybody what the movie is, but let me get into it. Today's movie is the 1989 buddy cop comedy movie Turner and Hooch. The movie stars Tom Hanks, an actor that regular listeners know I personally think is overrated, but I just want to clarify, not a bad actor, just overrated. I digress. This movie also stars the French Mastiff named Beasley. Turner and Hooch was directed by Roger Spottiswoode. Roger's a seasoned thriller director, having done Under Fire and Shoot to Kill before this movie, and The Sixth Day and Tomorrow Never Dies after this.
He did The Sixth Day. I love that movie.
I know. Awesome.
Never heard of it.
You never seen Schwarzenegger in The Sixth Day?
No.
Oh, it's like a cool cloning.
Replicant. It's a Replicant movie. It's awesome.
It's very cool.
Love Tomorrow Never Dies, though. That James Bond?
Those are good titles, but I have to mention one blemish on his resume. He also was the director for the Stallone movie Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh, I love that.
I've never seen that one, but
I think it sounds like something I would love. It's Stallone and his mother.
I love that movie. I haven't seen it, but I think I'd really like it.
I judge a book by its cover and do not read it.
As you should. Okay, the tagline from this movie poster is, well, there's actually nothing on the poster. And as usual, I don't like giving airtime to a tagline unless it comes from the movie poster. But for this one, I was dying to know, so I looked it up. And the studio claims the tagline is "The oddest couple ever unleashed."
Interesting.
It's not bad.
Play out words there.
IMDb describes the movie as a detective must adopt a rambunctious dog in order to help a killer. Sorry, the detective must adopt a rambunctious dog in order to help him find a killer. Yep.
In order to help a killer would be a very different movie.
That's a different movie.
Which I would love to see. Dog helping murder people?
Save that for the sequel.
I feel like rambunctious is a fun way to say abused in terms of the dog.
That's how I describe
situation
myself.
was less than ideal.
Well, before we get into that, there's some people that may not have seen this movie, and for those people, I had my 93-year-old dad watch Turner and Hooch and give us a plot summary. And it's a little long, but I had no idea where to cut it.
Well, this movie won't give you any nightmares, even though there are a couple of delicately presented murders. Of course, how could it be different for an enjoyable family entertainment? It was funny, and it kept my attention. First, we meet Scott Turner. He is a police investigator in a small California town, and is a stickler for details, especially where it concerns the law and his own personal appearance. Anyway, his old friend Amos manages a junkyard and is the proud owner of a very large drooling dog named Hooch. Unfortunately, Amos overheard something about the local crime situation and subsequently was murdered. This forces Scott to take care of his friend's dog, who was the only witness of the crime. Well, from here on, the story focuses on the relationship between Scott and Hooch, the dog, which is rather tumultuous and very funny. And from there on, the story becomes very predictable. Hooch becomes a hero when he identifies the main criminal, which is then arrested. But unfortunately, it also leads to his death in a shootout. So, I think you'll enjoy this movie. It is a fun movie, especially so because of the great acting by Tom Hanks.
There you go. It's a little bit long, but I didn't know where to cut because he loved it so much. I was merciful. I did cut out his analysis of the dog-on-dog rape scene. So you guys didn't have to listen to that, but...
I'm certain I missed that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember that happening.
I'm just saying, I don't think there was a lot of consent between Hooch and the border collie.
I mean, who's to say? I don't know how
That's
dogs...
true.
Yeah. How do dogs consent? Maybe it's like a whiff or something. You know?
We used to have two male dogs, and they'd be locked in our run. Like, we had a little run out the back for our dogs, and they used to bang, and my dad would get so angry and bang on the window and be like, stop it. And we're like, what's wrong? They're gay dogs. And he's like, they're not gay. They're just locked up together. Like, he was like, they're in prison kind of situation. But anyway, I don't think Hooch was gay. Judging. But surely people should watch the movies before they watch the episode, because then they could listen along.
Well, maybe you want to know if it aged well enough to watch.
That's actually true. That's a good one.
Well,
that is our premise.
Well, let's get into it. What do we think about this movie?
What do we think about this movie? Let's hear it.
I think our special guest should go first.
Okay, I love this movie. I'll be honest, with my last name being Turner, often in my life, older people would, when I'd say my name's Turner, they'd be like, oh, Turner and Hooch. And I would lie and say I saw the movie. For the entirety of my 30 years, I've been lying and saying I watched this movie. And to be honest, I thought it was a Dr. Dolittle situation where he could speak to the dog.
I think I thought that too.
So I was waiting the entire movie, and I was like, oh, he's getting powers here. Now he's starting to have a back and forth with the dog. Soon, I thought he may become the dog, like a Freaky Friday situation. They might swap bodies for a period of time and go back and forth and so on and so forth. But none of that happened, which, aside from that, I did still love the movie. And I'm happy to say that I've now seen it, and I mean that for the first time in my life.
Daragh, everything you described is what you thought it might be that it wasn't. Sounded like a better movie to me.
A little bit.
A little bit. Will, what did you think?
I also really liked this movie. I will say, when the movie was starting, I started to share your hatred of Tom Hanks.
Oh, thank God.
Because I think Tom Hanks is a fantastic actor, but only in like dramatic or like epic roles. His early 80s comedy career just rubs me the wrong way. I didn't care for his, like, the opening sequence where he's like cleaning his apartment and everything's like, I was like, you're a sociopath. Like, why are you doing all this, you know? Like, he's just, I don't know. I didn't care for it.
Can I say, okay, you guys are the comedians. I didn't mean to get into this yet before we heard from Nicole. Please. But is he funny or is he just goofy? Because that's what was annoying me. He's not funny. He just acts like a goof.
I truly think he's just playing like a clown. Like, he's just like, he's a goof to me. He's not, I don't think he's like comedically super gifted. I
did not think he was funny at all. Like, when he shouted at people, it was weird. And then the whole when he painted their house thing, it seemed very autistic. I didn't realize that was a turn it would take. But I did find him very attractive. I'd never been more aroused by Tom Hanks in my life. Young Tom Hanks, tight bod. Yeah.
You should watch Big. He's like a kid in Tom Hanks' body.
Okay, before we get into those offensive underpants scenes, Nicole, what did you think of this movie?
Well, I'm not a big buddy cop movie person, but I have to say, I loved it so much, it might be my new favorite movie.
Oh.
Nice.
We are divided on this podcast. Well, I mean, I just want to clarify. I didn't hate it. I mean, I love Hooch, and all the Hoochy parts I liked. But Tom Hanks, especially in his underpants, thanks for bringing that memory back, Daragh, I did not like. I thought it was gratuitous. And why did he have to be on all fours in his Speedo underpants? That was unpleasant.
I agree with Will that maybe he's not funny, but he's goofy. But that, I think, is why I liked it. Because I like that he's goofy. I like goofy people. They're fun.
To me, Will, you were on Bachelor Party. To me, this is Bachelor Party. Just swap the donkey for a dog.
Yeah, like his acting in that and this is like very...
What's Bachelor Party? Is it a Tom Hanks movie as well?
Yeah, it's like he gets married and his friends throw like a crazy bachelor party. It's a little raunchy, but it's like...
That's it. Throw in a donkey and you got the plot.
It's kind of dumb. Slapstick. I don't know. But the movie was good. Set aside Tom Hanks. He also, his partner, Sutton.
Yep.
One of my favorite actors. He's in one of my favorite movies of all time, Die Hard. He plays, I forget the guy's name right now. But his real name in real life, he has one of my favorite names I've ever seen in my life. Reginald VelJohnson.
Yeah.
He plays
it's a great name.
Detective Sutton. That is his real human name. I'm like, that's awesome.
It is. And Will, if I can say, I love him also, but I was a bit bothered. I didn't like him playing like inept, like the new guy on the job. He's much better when he's competent, like in Die Hard.
Yeah, he didn't seem like too, hands-on. I don't know. You're right.
They didn't give him a lot to work with.
Yeah, maybe it was a script.
I thought he was a good sidekick.
He solved a bicycle crime. Like, he's better than that. I know he is.
But there's no crime in that town. That's the whole point. He moved there because he only wants to solve bicycle-related crimes. He doesn't want to solve murders.
Well, yeah, I don't know. He's a great actor, and the cast was pretty good. And Hooch, let's talk about Hooch for a second. This little hound.
Such a well-trained dog.
Beasley.
By the way, he was like, this must be multiple dogs.
I'm not buying it's one dog. I imagine 6 died in the filming of Turner Hooch.
No, I was like, this is one dog. It's an actor dog.
Way.
It must be.
Please tell me you have the stats on this, Olen.
I do have the stats on this.
All played by Beasley.
They are not all played by Beasley.
Ah, yes.
What?
I knew it.
Are you serious?
There was, oh my God, I have it in my notes here someplace. He was played by 4 or 5 different dogs, and he had a stunt double.
Shut up.
I am not kidding.
Blowing my mind right now. But they were all
Beasley's stunt double. His name was Igor. Beasley had a stunt double named Igor.
Of course, it's a Balkan dog. No one ever respects the Balkans. I didn't see Igor's name in the credits.
You know you're a star when you have a stunt double. Like, we cannot injure Beasley. He's the star.
He is the star.
You, Igor, you're dumber. Get in there. Make the jump. I thought that was hilarious. That was multiple dogs in that movie, but yeah, he was phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought it's breaking my heart, but I thought it was one dog. I thought he did a great job.
No, because when they were wrangling him, he was so angry looking, and I was like, "This cannot be the sweet dog they're all petting." Like a moment later, it looked like.
Well, I thought he was an actor. I thought he was an Oscar Academy Award-winning actor. I thought he was.
He's
playing...
a very talented actor.
Well, these dogs. You know, he did a lot of crazy scenes with a lot of interesting, like the scene where he's shot right at the end and he crawls, like he's playing a shot dog. I'm like,
that was.
What are you, like Daniel Day-Lewis?
That was
dog
pretty
form?
amazing.
Like that's really good.
It's probably the most talented dog actor I've ever seen.
Yeah, crazy stunts, like well done. But
I guess outside of porn, I'd agree. But
I'm so upset that you said that.
Okay, Daragh, that is a nice segue. So
I don't like that. That's a nice segue. What are we going to talk about?
Okay, wait. I hope you guys like this. I've recently introduced a new category to the podcast called "Is it a Pornhub category?"
Oh, interesting.
So I have to disclose. I searched buddy cop with a dog in Pornhub, and the closest I got was a genre called police dog gay porn video.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
What are you trying to tell us here, Olen? What is this podcast really about right now?
I did not click through, Daragh. I did not click through, but I did note it. So anyhow,
you can please send me the file, and I will be the
This
guinea
conversation is upsetting me.
Back to Hooch. French Mastiff. Would you guys have a French Mastiff as a dog?
But this movie made me kind of want one.
I've seen other versions of Mastiffs that I really enjoyed. Hooch, the look of him, I personally don't love, but I thought it was a beautiful dog still. But I wouldn't want one myself. I would want a different type of Mastiff, I think.
I think he's adorable. If he didn't drool, I would love to have one. But I can't get a dog breed that drools that much.
Big dogs always drool. You know what I mean? Charlie drooled.
He was specifically wet, though. And he looked like...
He was slobbering.
Unless they had a big property or something where you could look after this thing,
Some dogs drool way more than other dog breeds. I had a friend when I was in school who had to carry dish rags in her pockets every time she went on walks with her dogs to wipe their slobber away because they slobbered so much.
I believe it. Yeah, they're wet. They're wet dogs. Is that a porn category in Olen?
Wet dog.
I'll have to search it.
I don't, please.
Okay.
But no, beautiful dog.
Couple questions here. Will Tom Hanks and his underpants too much or too little in this film?
It was unnecessary. I don't know. He looked whatever. I don't know. Too much. I'm going to say that.
Strongly disagree from me. I would say just the right amount to make me question my own sexuality and everything I've thought about Tom Hanks for my entirety of my life.
You should see Dara's Pornhub.
Yeah, it's
just all Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. I would have liked Captain Phillips a lot more if they got that boy in those underpants again. Or if he kept his body up. Dude looked good. But, yeah.
I've never seen him that young before. He was pretty cute.
Ooh.
Wow.
Got a cosign.
Someone's turning Nicole back.
No, that's impossible.
Hey.
Thanks,
okay, I have a tricky question for you, Daragh. Not trying to put you on the spot, but as a percentage, how many small town sheriffs do you think are actually on the take?
Oh, come on.
Probably, I'd say 82.5%.
That's a good.
82.5. I asked ChatGPT, not that AI knows, but ChatGPT came back and said probably less than 1%.
What?
No.
I think that's wrong.
Covering.
I think not necessarily always in terms of corruption, like the one we saw in this film, where they're a part of a full-on money laundering, corporate or whatever. But I think a lot of the times the corruption is probably kickbacks. It's like the sheriff lets something go on, he gets a little something at Christmas time. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's probably a large percentage of police enforcers or whatever.
Yeah, if you're talking a bottle of scotch, then it's 99%, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. My back's located on my cock.
We're all human.
All the classic bribery sayings.
Is that a classic bribery saying?
Well, super bad.
That one a lot.
Yeah, ChatGPT is. It's out there.
Next question. Do we think Turner was a good cop?
Yes.
He was actually a good cop. Or he was a good investigator. But his expertise was noise complaints. He wasn't He wasn't investigating like full on
It was-
corruption and
That's why he was getting a big city job.
It was confusing though, like why they made the specification of saying he's an investigator as opposed to a detective.
I couldn't
what?
figure that out.
It was like, were they legally not allowed to call him a detective? And they were like, oh, these guys are investigators.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think he had a gun on his hip or anything. Like when he
Just
went to
his
shoot
job
the dog.
title.
Yeah, I know, but cops, it's like cop and detective. And when he went to shoot the dog, like he had to get the gun out of the case and all. I was like, in my mind, a cop has his gun. Like you're using it every day, masturbating or otherwise. That gun's coming out.
Not in that small town. You're not using guns for bicycle theft, and that's their main crime.
Well,
but I thought he was a really good detective. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie, was that the detective work was like actual good detective work, and he was smart and he figured it out.
Yeah, he was
He
diligent.
followed protocols up until the end when he had to break them a little bit.
Yeah, he was diligent, and then right at the end, he cranked it to 11, and he was like, "How about I shoot your leg?" And then he was like, "How about my dog?" He's like, "I'm not gonna kill you, but my dog will fucking kill you." Like he got a little dark at the end.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The torture scene I did not expect.
Yeah.
Well, does it count as torture if your dog's just kind of holding their neck in his mouth?
That was on my list of best parts. I think a dog throat rip move for investigating is awesome.
Yeah. Also, the part literally right before that where he uses the little seatbelt tag as like a plot point to like shoot the guy through he crashes into the wall.
I loved that.
Like that was like good detective work kind of, or good cop work. He was like, I'm thinking, like. And
he knew he had to get that guy out of his car.
It was also a good message for the kids out there. Wear that seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. Also, I thought it'd be so funny if the dog actually did kill him right there, and then he was like, "Oh my God, Hooch! I didn't mean
That was
it.
our only
Jesus
witness."
Christ! Like, what are you doing? I have to explain this now. Like, I just murdered a guy. They're gonna put you down, Hooch. What are you doing?"
Okay, not to turn this into something cerebral here, but I want to ask: does anyone here actually know what money laundering is? And I ask this because what they did in this movie is not money laundering. It was money transporting.
Yeah, I know what money laundering is, and I think we all do. And if someone wants to go first, that'd be cool.
I have no idea.
Really?
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Why are you guys living on the island in a motel?
I have
because
no
I
idea.
have an idea.
I have no idea what it is. I have no idea how money works. One of my greatest fears is accidentally committing tax fraud because I just don't know how money works.
If you're my daughter, you'll do it on purpose.
You'll do it strategically. No, money laundering. Yeah, criminal organization has a lot of money that they can't just go deposit in a bank because they don't have an invoice for selling coke, and then they give it to a guy who washes the money, which is where you distribute it through legal businesses, and it cleans the money, and then you get all that money back. That's money laundering. But where they were doing,
you should have been consulted on this movie, because what these guys did,
they did not do that at all.
They took piles of cash and froze it in an ice cube. That is not money laundering. That is financial abuse.
They were just sending it places, I guess.
Well, that wasn't the crime. The crime was that the money was from drugs.
But they called it money laundering. That was not laundering. That was money freezing.
Yeah, it was like money.
It is wild that no
exporting.
one picked up on that.
Yeah, it was a weird. It would have been solved if they just put drugs in the ice.
Maybe money laundering wasn't as known or prevalent back in the 80s, though.
Are you kidding? Pablo Escobar? That's all he did.
Yeah, but people probably didn't know what it was called. Like, you're fucking, I don't know, it's the 80s. Everyone's so coked up. No, Tom Hanks is wearing next to nothing. You're so aroused, you're not worried about what.
This is just one of my complaints with the movie, is that even though there was a lot that was fun here, there was three-quarters of it that was the buildup of the relationship, right? He didn't even question who killed his friend until three-quarters of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was very quick and very just kind of 80s movie tropes. Mm-hmm. You know, money laundering. We don't even know what it is. Put some money in ice, and, you know, the police lieutenant is in on the take and solve the crime at the fish factory.
It was a little.
Is solving crimes at fish factories a common movie trope?
It is in the 80s. It really is.
Why fish factories?
I can think of at least 7 different films.
I'm not watching another two.
And only 3 of them are Pornhub categories. Okay, let's roll into best parts. I loved the scene I laughed at the most was Hooch locking Turner out when he runs in the door. He's in his underpants to let him in. That happens to me in real life, so it made me laugh.
Yeah, best parts. I don't know if this was the best parts, but I might have laughed the hardest at this part was when the Turner finally sleeps with the veterinarian, and then she doesn't know how to make an omelet. Like they're having like a midnight post-coital snack, and they're like, "Let's order a pizza," and he's like, "No, make me an omelet," and she's like somehow dumbfounded at how to crack eggs. Like, I don't know, that was weird to me. Like, I thought it was so funny.
I just wanted him to make the omelet for her. Like, just do it, dude. She's good at other things. She saves animals. Like, give her a break if she can't make an omelet.
My favorite scene in the whole movie was that car chase where they just get in that teenage boy's car and then
that was great.
Chasing down a criminal and they're all trying to figure out what the license plate says, but none of them can see quite right, so they're like covering one eye like they're doing an eye exam. That was so funny.
Okay, that was funny.
I think my favorite scene was probably when she came onto him on the beach and he acted like he had no idea what sex was. When he's also a police officer and he's like, or the one where he was in the pet store and he like screamed at the guy for how much everything cost.
Oh, that guy was taking advantage of him, right?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. Having a dog's expensive.
He wanted the dog to be happy. He's like, well, you gotta get him all the best toys.
Yeah. I found it kind of funny how dumb he was about dogs because he had never owned one before. I'm like, I don't care if you've never owned one. You've met a dog before. Like, he was asking the most ridiculous questions.
You know that animals don't know the list of rules that you're giving them?
Yeah. No, he was talking to the vet like, can he ID a witness? I was like, how do you think he's going to confirm? He's going to bark or something?
He did ID the witness, though.
But he did do it, Will, so
he
you're
did,
proven
but it's
wrong.
like in a court of law. That guy's going to get off. His lawyer's going to be like, Your Honor, this is a dog. Like,
if it's a jury trial, I think they're siding with the dog. That's just my...
No way. That's just bad police work.
It depends who shows up on the day. Is it Igor or Beasley we're dealing with here?
That's true. Igor is the evil twin.
Yes.
I think we've segued into worst parts, so I'm going to say worst part, there's no way Tom Hanks can carry that dog.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they pulled that scene off, but that skinny little fella cannot carry a dog that size.
You think he can't lift 80 pounds?
I think that was the first instance of CGI in history.
80 pounds? I don't think that dog's 80 pounds. That dog's at least 100.
It's 110 if he's a pound.
That's a
Charlie,
big... Have you seen
Charlie at his heaviest was 90.
Yeah, but Mastiffs are bigger than Labs. Like, Mastiffs are honking. They're freaking...
But Charlie's obese.
Will's going to look while I give my next worst part. So, again, back to the solving of the crime. Ziploc bags is the smoking gun. It's like, aha, I found sandwich bags. These are the same sandwich bags. Yeah, they're Glad sandwich bags. Every grocery store has them. Of course they're the same.
I'm surprised you didn't start with the clear and obvious worst part, which is feeding your dog beer and chocolate. Are you trying to kill him?
Daragh, you were saying?
I was just going to say, they also dropped that plot point immediately. They never researched the sandwich bags at all to find out where they were bought from.
No, they were embarrassed because they went to the grocery store and they're like, oh, they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And back to Nicole's point, beer and chocolate is a healthy meal for some dogs, depending on the breed, and you should check with your veterinarian before feeding them.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure the most known poison to dogs is like, yeah, some of them love it, though.
One time I gave a dog a mushroom chocolate. That was a funny
How was it?
It's pretty good. He didn't die.
How much was the vet bill?
Pretty high, but the therapy bill was pretty low. He got over some stuff. It was good. By the way, French Mastiffs, males 110 pounds, females 99 pounds. Big dogs.
We called it.
So Tom Hanks, yeah, how you doing that? What are you squatting? You doing some deadlifts? That's crazy.
He had his shirt off the whole film. You guys see that there's no frame to support 110 pounds of weight in those arms.
I don't know. He's a guy. He's bigger than me. I've been able to lift a dog almost that.
You got a good core. Boy's got a good rig on him.
Yeah.
I think his wife Rita was doubling for him there.
Yeah, she was on Epstein Island. There's some allegations there. We should branch into this. This is
allegedly. You have to say allegedly.
This is the latter half.
When you're on a podcast, you got to say allegedly, or they're going to come back.
Allegedly.
Well, maybe there's an Epstein sequel in here. Epstein and Hooch.
Epstein and Hooch. Yeah.
That's the one where the dog's committing crimes.
Yeah. Poor Collie on Epstein Island.
Hooch caused
Collie
Epstein suicide.
Okay, let's move on. Favorite lines. Anybody got one they want to call out?
Ooh, you pumped the vet? Or what? You humped the town vet? I think his partner said at one point, which was, I thought it was pretty cool. And then Tom Hanks said, no, that's my future wife, which I respect.
Well, thank you for my cold open for this episode.
Well, I mean, my favorite was when he was threatening him. He was like, I've never had to be a dirty cop, but I guess in order for you to take me seriously, I'm just gonna have to shoot you in the leg.
I liked at the vet. How long has he been bleeding? Not long enough. Can you fix him so I can shoot him?
I also liked when he was trying to make the dog drink orange juice for some reason.
And cranberry juice.
And cran apple. And he said, what am I supposed to do? Make you a margarita?
Okay, there were some funny touches in this movie.
I thought the writing in this movie was great. There were so many good quotes, and everything they said was funny to me.
You guys are bringing me around. Daragh, Will, any other lines you want to call out before I tell you how this movie did?
Okay. I did just like when he would speak to Hooch. Like it reminded me of times in my life where when you're alone with a dog and it's just you and him for an extended period of time, you're just talking to them about like TV shows and stuff he liked, and you're like, oh, you'd love this. And I just thought his acting with the dog was great. Like,
I think we could make a very successful YouTube channel if we had a hidden camera and just Daragh alone with a dog and record it.
Just a live stream of him.
And maybe a Pornhub category. I don't know.
Depends on the breed.
You're way too proud of this new joke that you have going.
Nicole, I'm not going to be shy to say when I make comedians laugh, I feel pretty good about myself. And I'm going to keep circling back on this till they stop laughing, which is probably soon, because I can see the look on their face out of the corner of my eye. Ranking. I'm going to tell you guys how this movie did. According to Box Office Mojo Worldwide, Turner and Hooch was the 16th highest earning movie at the box office in 1989.
Wow.
Batman was the leader at the box office this year, and Turner and Hooch was beat
George
by
Clooney's Batman or Michael Keaton?
This is
Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Who I think would have done a better role in this. Batman was the leader at the box office this year, and Turner and Hooch was also beat by movies like Look Who's Talking and Driving Miss Daisy, proving that the movie-going audience prefers babies and chauffeurs to dogs.
That's a crime.
Or was it Tom Hanks that held this movie back? I don't know. Still, 16th place wasn't so bad, especially in a banner year at the movies, and Turner and Hooch beat out other buddy cop movies, including Tango and Cash, if you can believe it. I love that movie.
Wow.
Never seen it. Who's it star?
Tango and Cash is Stallone and Kurt Russell, and it is fantastic.
Wow, we should do that.
I'll have to watch
You know what? I like both those actors, so I would watch that.
We're going to do that for sure. So, the world prefers Tom Hanks in a French Mastiff to Stallone and Kurt Russell.
To be fair, I do too. I would take a dog over anyone.
Well, I also need to note that this also beat out the movie K9, which is a dog, a buddy cop movie starring Jim Belushi, which came out in the same year.
Wow.
So I guess Tom Hanks is more beloved than Jim Belushi.
Is that the one that we like or that we don't like?
Jim Belushi is the one we don't like.
Okay. I call them both Jim.
I mean, he's dead, so.
Which one's the one that died?
Jim Belushi's the big fat comedian, Blues Brothers guy, right?
That's John Belushi. We just did Blues Brothers, by the way.
Now you see why I call them both Jim. Because it's...
Okay, let's stop talking about Belushis. God damn it. You people keep bringing up Belushis. All right. Driving Miss Daisy was the Oscar winner in 1989, so I guess it wasn't Tom's year. I'm going to give you the budget on this, $13 million. And a lot of that was salary for Hooch's stunt double, I know. What do you think it did at the box office?
$40 million.
Oh, no. 38.5.
You fucking son of a bitch.
Reverse Price is Right.
60. Did he reverse Prices Right him?
Yeah, you went lower.
Nicole is closest, $71 million. Like, this movie made money.
Damn.
Now, the fun part, Rotten Tomatoes, do you think critics like it, and do you think audience actually liked it?
I think it was probably well liked across the board. Critics were probably lower. I'm going to say 60%. And then for audience, I'm going to go 82.
Wow.
I feel like I want to go
54
high.
for critics and audience 73.
Okay, Nicole.
I feel like I want to go high, like
Let's get
80 and 85.
80,
I don't
85. That is pretty
So
high.
the answer is, Daragh, you had the best on critics. Actually, you won today, so lowest score. Daragh got a 26 because it was 50 critics and 51 audience.
Whoa, that is so off from
So
what I thought.
50.
You guys all overestimated the audience. Only half the people that saw this movie said, get out and see this movie. And critics, you guys were very close on critics, all of you. Daragh, you almost nailed the critics exactly.
Wow. Crazy. 50-50.
50-50. A little bit of trivia on this movie. So Henry Winkler, also known as the Fonz from Happy Days,
Hey!
he was hired to direct this film, but was fired after 2 weeks because he clashed with Tom Hanks. His famous quote was, "I got along great with the dog."
Wait, he was hired to direct it?
Yep, he was the original director for the film, and he didn't get along with Tom Hanks. He thought Tom Hanks was a dick, so he got fired.
No way. I want to hear his stories.
Yeah, I would have fired Tom Hanks. Put in the Fonz as Turner. That would have been
I agree. The dog walking scenes took multiple takes because the dog kept pulling out of Tom Hanks' hands. I think this supports our premise that he can't carry a dog with those little weak arms. This one, it was on IMDb, so I'm going to read it. I can't verify that it's true, but it says this is one of Stanley Kubrick's favorite films.
Wow.
Whoa. Kubrick. He directed the moon landing, right?
He did, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I can't disagree with him. It's one of my favorite films now.
And then the last one is when they wanted to get Tom Hanks for Toy Story, to play Woody in Toy Story, they did a sample piece where they used the speech from this movie where he's yelling at the dog not to eat the car. And that's how they got him on board.
Wow.
Did he actually do Toy Story?
Yeah.
He's all the Toy Stories.
I had no idea.
Okay, woke or joke. The only thing I had was Tom Hanks in briefs. It was too much, unless you want to talk about dog rape, but I think we're past that.
I don't think that is what happened.
I mean, I've got the next 2 hours for you if you want to get into it. We can go back and forth for hours.
There was a lot of not nice things towards Hooch. People weren't very nice to him.
I wonder how many of the dogs were injured as well.
That's a good question. If any of the dogs were actually injured, I will riot.
Because I didn't see, normally when there's a movie with a lot of dogs, at the end it's like no animals were harmed during this. I did not see that.
That was
completely
left out.
That was missing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And even at times I was like, Jesus, these dogs look very upset.
Yeah, it's probably because Tom Hanks abused multiple
Yeah.
extra dogs.
And who could blame him?
No. You gotta be nice to him. He's a traumatized little baby.
Okay, well-
joke, anything in the script, I don't know. Nothing really jumped out at me. It was a pretty it was almost a PG movie, nearly.
As my dad said in his summary, other than a couple of murders, it was a pretty nice family movie.
I do have one thing that didn't age the best. They kept calling him a neat freak, but it's clearly some undiagnosed OCD or autism or something of the sort, because that's not a neurotypical level of clean. That is something more.
Yeah,
Good,
he's mentally
good
ill.
shout out.
He's mentally ill.
Carrying a dustbuster with you is actually...
Even when he was explaining the filing system to the new detective at the beginning of the movie, he's like, "This is for label this and this," and the guy was like, "Are you okay? Like, what? Like, you go to the hospital."
Can I be honest? I really liked the filing system.
I did too, but I also have OCD. So
I was like, yes, this part of the movie I get.
using a different piece of floss for every single tooth is not a healthy level of neat freak. That's like a...
We did that. I didn't.
It was like a ball of floss he threw in the trash.
What?
So much interesting in this movie. This is great discussion. Okay, Well, however you guys felt about this movie, I promise you there's others who liked it more or less than you. For this movie, there were 15 10-star reviews out of 97 total reviews. Actually, not a very highly rated movie. I mean, not a lot of people reviewing it. Rap Cats. This is one of the best films ever made where the dog is one of the main characters.
The dog was like literally top billing with, well, his name's in the title, so of course he would be.
It should have been Hooch and Turner for sure. Yeah. This has got nothing on Homeward Bound, but I'll give it to them that it's a pretty good one.
What about Marley and Me? You ever seen Marley and Me?
I can't. I refuse to watch movies where dogs die, so much so that I have my brother, I ask him when I watch a movie with a dog, does the dog die? And if he says yes, then I don't watch it.
You forgot to check on this.
If you refuse to watch movies where dogs die, you're going to hate real life.
I've been watching a dog fighting circuit out of East Asia, and you would not be a fan.
I would not be.
They don't die all the time.
I never asked you guys, how do you feel about the ending? Like, should this have been the ending?
No.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no.
It was so unnecessary.
No, I actually liked that Hooch died because I don't like the tropes of like movies where like it's just a happy ending or like they just sail off into the sunset. I like when things go like wrong. I like when it ends like that. But then they took the easy way out and they gave him like puppies and he like lived on. By the way, all the puppies were like the mom, and then one was like Hooch.
That's not biologically accurate.
Yeah, I was like, that's not how litters work, But I actually thought it'd be great if they took it a step further, where like after Hooch dies, like Tom Hanks, like Turner doesn't go on to marry the vet. He becomes like an alcoholic. Like he can't get over the death of Hooch, and he's just like a dog vigilante now or something. I don't know. I thought that'd be
he just keeps the body of Hooch in his apartment, and he drinks all night long.
And he gives some beer to Hooch.
Yeah, and he just hunts down people who kill dogs and kills.
That would be cool.
That's like the sequel. He's like John Wick, basically.
Can I share a piece of trivia that I accidentally found?
Please.
I found out that there was a TV show afterwards where they just pretended that Hooch survived. And they like rewrote it, and they were just like, he survived, it was near death. And that's the universe I'm living in right now. In my head, Hooch is fine.
Wow.
So I liked it because in my head, Hooch is totally.
Have you watched any of the TV show, or do you know the name?
I haven't watched any of the TV show. I literally just after they had Hooch on the vet table in the movie, I immediately paused it and started Googling, like, is he okay? What happens? Is he okay? And I found that out because I couldn't go on until I knew he was okay.
That'd be funny if he wasn't okay. They actually killed the dog for the movie. They were like, listen, there's no way we're going to make this real. We have to shoot the dog.
Look, we can't make payroll, and Beasley is at top billing here. We got to do something.
Yeah.
He has no insurance policy.
I bet you Tom Hanks was goading the director. He's like, Henry Winkler would have shot the dog. Kill the dog. It'll be great for the film.
Well, is that too late to get that in your special? That's a great joke.
Please, yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, edit that in.
And then that gives you a reason to change the name of your special.
Yeah, it'll be Turner and Hooch.
Okay, 10-star reviews. I'm going to read off a couple more. I only got through one. My family loved this movie, and we watched it so many times it inspired us to get a French Bordeaux. His name is Doyle.
Oh, that's a good name for a dog.
Fuck that dog.
Mary H. said, it is so funny and cool. It's a must-watch. It reminds me of the time I ate gummy bears, and I felt sorry for the bear because bears are kind of like dogs, so I spit it out.
What a terrible review.
That is, who cares, and why did you tell people that?
That's such a bad review, but also I would love to talk to that person.
Bears are like dogs?
Who wrote that?
Mary H. was her name.
Mary,
go to H.
Get some help.
Yeah.
Mary, call me because I would love to know more about your thought process. I would love to know what inspired you to write this review.
How about this one? My grandma loves dog movies. I've never seen this before. I was pleasantly surprised. It's an emotional roller coaster. I don't cry at films, ever, except Titanic, but I got close in this one.
Again, too much personal information for a review.
This person needs psychiatric help.
Although I do agree, I don't cry at movies, and I cried at this.
Okay.
What was the name of that reviewer? I just credited them.
Let's call it Mary H. again. because she's the emotional problems person. Well, one last one. I'm always fascinated. So, okay, you guys are liking this film. That's fine. But I'm always fascinated with a movie like this that someone says this is the best movie ever made. And one reviewer called Ivy Rules said, I can honestly say without shame, Turner and Hooch is my favorite film of all time. So take that, Godfather.
Good.
Okay, now we hear from people who liked it less. And for this movie, if you can believe it, there was only a single one-star review.
That's not surprising to me.
And it's kind of long, so I'm going to read it to you. It's called Mudfeet Farm is the name of the reviewer.
Cool. I've been there.
Murder, drugs, guns, blood. Main character is shot and dies. PG usually means kids' movies, so we sat down to watch this with the kids. Every child is now wailing and screaming about the dog being shot and dying. Absolutely do not recommend. The dog is amazing, though. He's funny and sweet and also the star of the movie. Why even make his love interest a vet if she's just going to tell him to apply pressure and let him die? She didn't help at all. Awful, sad, terrible, depressed, and disappointed. Not a kid's movie.
You know what? I have to say, that's actually the most valid one-star review we've ever heard in the history of this podcast. Yeah. Because you sat down to watch it with your kids, and now all your kids are wailing. No wonder you all hated it.
All right, well now let's hear from the professionals, Siskel and Ebert. Do you guys think Siskel and Ebert would like this movie?
I always bet that one's gonna love it and one's gonna hate it, and eventually, if I keep betting it, I'll be right.
So Siskel called it another formula buddy cop movie with a dog gimmick and said it didn't bring anything fresh to the genre. Ebert agreed, calling it predictable and too dependent on cheap laughs from the dog slobber. They both noted Tom Hanks was charming, but they said he was slumming it in this kind of movie. Ebert later included Turner and Hooch in his dog movie trend critique of the 80s, arguing that Hollywood was just plugging dogs into buddy formula movies instead of writing better scripts.
Wow, fair enough. I like the genre.
Well, with that in mind, does this movie deserve a sequel or remake?
I would watch a sequel. It doesn't need a remake, but I would watch a sequel. But I also just love anything with dogs. So,
well, as Nicole pointed out, first of all, they did try to turn it into a series in 1990, but it didn't get picked up. In 2021, they successfully launched it as a Disney series, but it only lasted one season. So no sequels, no remakes. I got it.
Yeah, no thank you. It was good. It was fine. It was a good movie.
Okay. Well, that's a good segue. Is this movie too old or pure gold?
I think it's pure gold. I really do. I loved it so much.
It's gold. I'm not gonna give it pure gold. It's gold.
I would say pure gold. I loved it too. Despite its flaws, I thought it was fantastic.
I agree.
I hate to buck the trend. I love the dog, but Tom Hanks just pushes me over the edge. I'm calling it too old.
Do it.
This was Bachelor Party with a dog instead of a donkey. So
how dare you? You just hate Tom Hanks.
I would have loved a movie called Hooch.
Or David Sutton and Hooch.
I would have said, I would have given it a rewrite. Yeah, let's have Reginald Val Johnson in the lead with Hooch. Now you got a good movie.
Yeah,
right.
That would have been better.
And he would have solved that crime a lot faster.
Ender. Yeah,
definitely. Guys, this episode was a lot of fun. Daragh, I am so happy to have you back. I always love having you on this show.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I love being back. It's good fun. Good movie.
I don't want to pigeonhole you, but I am dying to do Leprechaun in the Hood with you.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, anytime you want, I'm right there. And I can do a sweet black voice, so that will be, that'll be a good episode. A lot of editing for you, I imagine.
I don't want to be on that episode.
Yeah, you'll be on
it. You'll be on it.
Is that your requirement, that I have to be on your episodes?
We need the voice of reason.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And Daragh, if there's any movies you're dying to do, just let us know, because I'd love to have you back on any time. You always make me laugh, buddy.
Nice. Cheers. Thanks for having me.
And Will, you're pretty funny too.
Thanks. I was waiting.
You had some good zingers on this one, Will. That's like.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I think you're better at 6 p.m. than you are at 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
You might be onto something there.
I just want to say, Daragh, I love you so much. You're like the best ever. You're the funniest comedian in the world. And Will, you're also here.
Wow.
Thank you for knitting me those octopus or octopus.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you got them.
Yeah.
He was very happy.
In my defense, I send my praise directly to Will in a private chat that we have.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, he won't speak.
And you send them the links to the videos you were looking at earlier.
Me and Daragh, we only speak while we're recording. For my safety.
Or I'm moving your furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you're paying him.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Good time.
Go on.
Great time.
See you on the next one.
See you on the next one. See you guys.
Bye, Will. Love you.
Bye.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you guys.
Bye.